So, the most common real estate question right now is what is the private market and how does it relate to the luxury real estate market? So, I studied Hinsdale, Illinois. If you're not familiar, that's essentially the fourth wealthiest town in all of America. And it's considered one of the highest towns to do pocket listings, private listings, off market listings. So, there's a lot of misconceptions on why they're private. And I am not a real estate agent, but I am a 20-year former car salesman that has lived and worked in the area. So I've sold cars to people of this level, and I can tell you kind of the misconceptions on why people buy in these wealthy neighborhoods and why the private market even exists in the first place. See, the number one reason is actually privacy. Most people think that it's so they can control who they sell the home to, and that's not really the correct reason. The reason they want to sell it on the private market is they don't have to let everybody know they're selling, therefore, they can conceal their identity. And the reason they want to conceal their identity is most homes over $1 to $2 million, and Hinsdale has homes regularly selling $3 to $10 million. You want to protect your privacy a little bit. So most of these homes are already protected by revocable living trusts, LLCs, and they're not actually titled in the people's names who live there. And the properties are usually transferred to children and grandchildren when they pass away. So when they decide to actually sell it on the market, they want to maintain that privacy. Then you got to consider someone in the private market who's buying a $3 to $10 million home per se probably also has some privacy concerns. These might be coaches of, professional sports teams. These might be celebrities. Or they might be children of these types of people and they're paying cash for it. So there's sort of a privacy concern for the buyer and the seller. It is not just for the control. Now that leads us to the second reason the luxury market exists is, yes, most of these people probably own some sort of a company or are executives and they have a lot of control in their business or their private life. So sometimes to turn that control over to the public market and sell your house through the traditional agent, that might give up some of that control that they're used to in their regular life. So yes, there probably is a little bit of pride and ego that goes along with it, but pocket listings do go through an agent. They just don't go through the public market. So they still do have to deal with an agent. Now, if you sell totally for sale by owner, which I can speak on that because my family has sold a house, multiple houses in the town next to Hinsdale, Illinois. Yes, there is also the saving the money part. If you just want to sell by owner and have your own attorney, you can do it that way, but you're going to have to be ready for those low ball offers when they